Hello and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It is currently just about 6 o'clock here, as you can hear by the bells ringing, and that probably means there's not an awful lot left to do in terms of shopping in Gutenberg. We still want to do a little bit of exploration, we still want to see what else is here, but I think we might pretty much be done with the shopping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down there and then down there, and we're just going to kind of wobble our way along the town a little bit, seeing what we can find and seeing if there's anything worth looking at. If we happen to run into a quest, good, we'll do it. But now we're ready, we're prepared, is the way I'd put it. We're prepared for us to move into doing quests. If we don't find anything, then we may very well end up doing one of the ones we've got, but, you know, just an opportunity for us to continue our exploration and get everything that we can. So Beggar just came in here. Why? What is this place? Not entirely sure. It appears to just be a path between. These might just be houses. I'm getting a distinct feeling these are just houses. So which inn is this? This, I think, is this inn, right? Yeah, I believe that is the back end of that inn. Right. Head along here. And see what else we can find. Nothing on this side. Ooh, another baker. Cool. So we got another one of these, presumably. There we go. Just needs to go close enough for it to trigger. Right. So that's a baker on that side. So we're assuming these are all houses. Then we're not going to expect to see anything else on this side. Although I guess we can see by if there's a sign out whether there is a shop. You discovered a new fast travel to Gutenberg. Oh, there's a fast travel at the different gates. Oh, it's useful to know. So there's probably going to be reasons to go to each one at some point. Right, along here. What is this thing? This whole grain or something? Not entirely sure. Probably has some purpose, but I don't know what it is, so we'll move past it. That's just another way into the same place. Where are we going? Yeah, so it's going to be along here. Check if there's anything to the right, and if not, then we go down that way. It's also another entrance to the city as well. So, yeah, it's yet another entrance to the city here. Alright. So we want to look along here and see if there's anything. It says the baker that we've already seen. So, now we're going to head along this path, and again, we're just looking to see what sites there are. We're just not entirely sure if there's any, you know, new buildings or any new types of shops that we haven't been to. Anything that's worth keeping our eye on. And we have been along the edge there, so I'm going to go this way instead. Because we've been all the way there. And we'll cut through here. Ah, we learned about the Jewish quarter in Gutenberg. Well, this must be the Jewish quarter then. Oh, which I'm assuming is this bit. Alright. And we discovered the King Solomon Tavern somewhere. Which is where? Oh, right, it's right there. So that's the King Solomon Tavern. Oh. Let's have a little look inside if we can. Oh, we must have to get there from the other side.
It happens.
Oh, sorry.
Just watch where you're going next time.
Yes. Shouldn't just run into people. That's considered rude. As I've just discovered. Right, along here. Then back this way.
But when
Ooh, you got a
summer's
name.
over and autumn comes, it will be too late.
You think I don't know that? It's just that my husband takes ages to get anything done.
Just say the word. I'll be happy to help.
Oh, that'd be really kind of you. The old man's too proud to ask for help. It's a cross I have to bear.
Well, at least he loves you. He'd fight to bear for you.
True enough. Don't go giving him any ideas, though.
Okay. So they've obviously got some kind of quest going on here, but... Oh, never mind. They're not names. These are titles. Maybe they're Jewish names? Or Jewish titles, I should say. That would make sense if we're in the Jewish quarter. Although lots of people with actual names here. Hello. Nope. Okay. Innkeeper? Hello.
What do you need, my friend?
I guess nothing from you. Anybody?
You know what you're doing.
Oh, hello.
Shalom Aleichem, mein Herr.
Ah, let's just play dice.
Really? Now pay for another round, you arse.
Yeah, nobody actually seems to have any quests or anything here. I'll play some dice.
They'll surely fall my way now. Would you like to play?
What game would you like to play?
Without a badge. Wagoners.
Wagoners.
Let's play.
Wanted to play something a little bit more risky, but we'll do Wagoners. Alright. Make sure that we actually get the right stuff here. Tends to land on a 1. That sounds good. Yeah, lightly loaded we don't want. Yeah, we want painted dice. We'll have both of those. Odd dice are probably fine. Don't need Holy Trinity. Cautious cheaters.
Where's that drink, huh?
So it's 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 3, 4. Could do an odd die. I think I do the lucky die other times. We'll do 2 odd die. There we go.
See what you can do, lad. You're coming.
What have we got? We have 3 5s and a 1. Leaves us with cautious cheaters and an odd die. Odd die is a 66% chance that it works out in our favor, because a 5 or a 1 is scoreable. Cautious cheaters we're assuming will be in our favor, so we should be fine to roll this. That's a 5. That's actually a 1. Cautious cheaters roll the 6 again. Let's just see if it rolls a 6 again.
You're going to lose everything.
Roll the 5. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Scoring continue.
If I was you, I'd take it.
Yes, but you would lose. That's why you'd take it. We'll grab the cautious cheaters because it seemed to roll the one we wanted the least, and then we'll
Let it
roll
be.
it all again.
I want to play too, you know.
Oh, you're not going to get to play. There we go. Perfect, you're done.
Oh no. Gomes Benyayen.
Yes, we have absolutely destroyed him. Right.
I'm sorry.
Walk past here, and now we can leave. Right, so it doesn't look like anything's going on in there. Yeah, nothing there. Continue exploring the Jewish quarter for a little bit. See if we can see any new things. Oh, a trader. And a baker. Maybe the trader has different things. Let's see. Oh, it's locked because they're shut.
Pancakes. Cabbage flat.
Okay.
What do you have for sale?
Kind of what you said. Alright. I guess we'll buy some Jewish bread. And we'll buy a bagel. Wonderful.
I'm glad you found what you needed, sir.
Yes, wasn't really what we came here for, but we'll take him anyway. Continue down this road. Yeah. Oh, we discovered... Oh, we found a synagogue. And we've discovered a grocer, apparently, somewhere. Must be one of these stalls. That'll be that stall there.
Don't even start.
Can we go in this... in the synagogue? No. Alright, we found a dark alleyway with a door at the bottom. Leads to some kind of mining or building operation? Huh. Alright, and then another exit to the city. Except this one doesn't have a fast travel point. So what's this at the end here? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's kind of there. Because that looks like a pretty major thing as well. Might be a monastery or something? Right, we might want to come back and have a look at that later. So just trying to figure out where we're being. Yeah, so I kind of want to head along here and then go down that road. Yeah. Ooh, what have we got? Butcher?
Did you bring anything back with you?
Just completely stuck there. In a private area.
Hi, I'll see you later.
Wasn't really where I meant to go.
I'm at your service, sir.
Right this side.
All right. What was that?
Not sure. I'm trying to figure out what the
Oh, Christ.
what this means. This must mean it's a butcher, but figure out where. Walk in here. See if maybe it's at the back. Ah, there's the butcher. Wonderful. Right, that's all I wanted to find. Because if there's a sign, it's got to be there somewhere, but it's just saying that there's something all the way at the back. Alright, is this my turn? No, my turn is a little bit further on. Alright. Do we see anything else on this road? I think that's just telling me about the inn, isn't it? We'll see. Actually, it's just a window. Ah. Well, that'll do. We can ignore that then. So now we want to head down this right road and see if there's anything else along here. Doesn't look like there is. So there is this thing. Another shrine. Can we pray at this shrine? Oh, we can. So we could get our pray bonus if we wanted to. That's there. There's this path along the edge and this big, like, church there. I think we want to head this way and then head kind of towards where B is. So let's head along this way. Right. And that leads us to that church that we saw, right? Yeah. So we want to head back this way. Maybe break into a place, or see whether we can just talk our way into getting this book on wine. Apparently it's above here. Ah, so it's above that place. Do I need to go into the weaponsmith to get there? Might have to wait until, can't go in here. Might have to wait until tomorrow if I have to go in there.
Oi, true enough. I need to pay the tithe.
Yeah, so I can't get in there. Can't get in this side. In the side door? No, so it's got to be above the weapon shop. Yeah, I don't see another way in there. Unless there's a way around the back here. There's a smithy around here, apparently. Must be that way. Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's a hard lockpick on this side. So it's slightly easier, but it's still not ideal. And yeah, there's no way into that building. So we're gonna have to wait until... Oh! We've discovered the beggar's camp. Yeah, that's gonna have to wait until tomorrow for us to get to do. This a door? Nope. Just want to see. Also want to see whether this place gets marked on the map. Doesn't seem to be. Right, along here. And we'll just run along this way. See if there's anything new for it to tell me about. It doesn't appear like there is anything new there. Alright, so we've obviously been in here. So let's go along this way. There's a new quest in the church as well. Alright. We'll follow this road along. We have now discovered fishermen. Ah. What are you growling at, dog? This guy? I mean, he's definitely looks like you should growl at him, but I don't know if that means that you should. Right. So now we got here beggar monk. Head further in to this bit and see what the new quest is. So where is this new quest here? Straight forward and then in this building. We'll have a little look. This is kind of the outskirts of the city. I'm assuming that this must be an inn then. Yes, yes it is. With a very silly sign outside.
My humble respects.
The hole in the wall. Huh. Hey Knuckles.
What's taking so long?
Oh.
A large beer for me.
I reckon he's been sitting here a while.
To your health, my friend.
Yeah. While. Hello.
What do you need, sir?
What's new around here?
What's new in the city?
Oh, there was this bloke here in fancy clothes. His name was Johannes. He said he was looking for a blacksmith who'll take on any job. Why don't you go and see him? I think he said he lived in the inn, in the merchant's quarter. And that's about it.
Doesn't sound bad. Thank you, innkeeper.
That's good to know. Room and board?
Can I get something to eat and a place to sleep?
It would be an honor, good sir. And for how long?
Ooh, a bit longer.
I'd like to stay longer.
Of course, sir. Will you pay in advance?
Of course. Let's haggle, because it's 120 for a permanent room here.
Let's talk about the price.
All right, then.
I want to pay 85.
Do you accept?
You really won't convince me like this.
Does he absolutely hate it? Pretty much, yeah. About 90.
What can you do, eh?
Alright.
All right. I'll pay. Here's the money.
I knew we'd come to an agreement. Our beds are clean, and you can eat as much as you want, sir.
Wonderful. Where can I find my room?
Where can I find my room?
The guest rooms are upstairs. Yours has a green wreath above the door.
Wonderful. Well, let's head out here. Is that the new quest? No, the new quest is one of these guys, apparently. Right? Let's have a look. It still claims there's a new quest in here.
Is that today's special, or is it part of the decor?
Might be upstairs, I guess. Let's have a look at everybody in here. Oh, it's none of them, so it must be upstairs.
Before I woke up, it tore apart 6 heads.
Try and climb. There we go. And then just continue checking people as we head upstairs. Claims the new quest is downstairs now. So on the lowest level? In which case, where's this new quest?
Means you'll think. Please. Have no fear.
Just trying to see where it is. Is it this guy?
As we were fighting over
Chenyek. Is he one of the guys I need for another quest? No? Maybe he only speaks to us during the day. Yeah. Alright then. Right, up here, we're going to go rest. And we'll see whether this room gets us better than 70% comfort. Which is what the previous room got us. Horseshoe. Wreath. Wonderful. I don't think it's going to get us better than 70% comfort, but... Hey, it's another room. Ooh. What have you got us here? Love that. Bandages as well? Ooh, don't mind if I do. Ah, very nice. Right. Sleep and save. Comfort is exactly 70%. Ah, well there you go. Oh, we'll wake up. Alright. 20 minutes past 8. We are going to be very hungry when we wake up, but that's fine. We bought some Jewish bread and and a bagel. But we're going to be starving when we wake up. Oh no. Right. So let's start with the bagel. And then there's our Jewish bread. And there's our bread. We'll eat that too. And that's us. We're all nutritioned up.
At your service,
Shut
sir.
the door here and off we go. Another good day. People called Goliath here. Do you think that by any chance they're part of the fighting ring? Just the couple of names we've seen would imply that. Right, down here. Oh yeah, somebody did say in the comments that when it gets really dark, they can't really see anything. I'm going to be honest, it's an accurate depiction of the game. When it's really dark, I also cannot see anything. I'm just guiding myself by the compass a lot of the time. Is this guy? I just can't get the quest off of him. For some reason. Huh. He must be a fighting guy. That must be it. Must be a fighting quest. We haven't done the prerequisites or something. Alright. Well, I want to... So the Kaspar's book on wine, which has moved, apparently. Now moved to here. Oh. Maybe it's on the person? Yeah. Huh. Okay. What does it say about that one, actually? He lent the book to Adletta. Ah, she's either shut up in the house or the gardens behind the Italian court. Oh, that's why we couldn't get to her. That makes perfect sense. Well, yes, we're into the gardens behind the Italian court then. Which, luckily, we got a bed right next to. Right, up here and back into Gutenberg. Alright.
It happens! Just watch.
I was just kind of like, what's this thing? It must be somewhere I can wash my clothes, right? Can I wash my clothes here, or like only you can wash your clothes here? Oh. I was seeing whether there was an angle where I can wash mine. Maybe it's over this way? Nope. Who knows? Maybe I need to ask her. I probably just have to wait for her not to be washing clothes. Right. Up here. So, we're looking for the gardens at the back of the Italian court. Oh, hello. Who are you?
Greetings, sir.
Are you a scholar?
You look like a learned man, sir. I assume you're most likely an alchemist, right?
Oh, what times we live in. A man pulls out a book and is immediately the center of interest. This wouldn't have happened during the times of the ancient Romans. But no, my friend. I'm neither an alchemist nor a scholar. Or actually, I am a bit of the latter. I used to be the high scribe here, but that was a long time ago. An entire human life.
What do you do now?
And what do you do now? Do you while away the time reading books? That's quite an expensive hobby.
Yes, it certainly is. Fortunately, I have access to several monastery libraries. Nevertheless, I spend my time writing rather than reading.
Here in Gutenberg?
And why not? Is it forbidden, perchance?
No. I just thought that's what the monasteries are for.
Certainly, but we are living in revolutionary times, and we also need to record things both simple and legal. As I say, let us learn humility and live in the truth of God. But let us not condemn ourselves to foolish ignorance for this reason.
Have you been living here all your life?
If you were a high scribe, you probably lived your entire life here in Gutenberg, haven't you?
Oh, not at all. I was fortunate enough to have traveled the world over and to have served several bishops. In fact, I was also a notary for our good Emperor Charles, may God give him eternal glory. I have only recently returned here to the city, for I have an important and very difficult task here.
Ooh. Actually, first of all, what was Emperor Charles like?
Tell me, what was King Charles like? I've heard he was a powerful and just ruler.
Yes, he was smart enough to surround himself with capable people. You can tell how wise a man is by looking at his friends, my lad. And Emperor Charles of Luxembourg was friends with poets, philosophers, bishops, and even the Pope himself. He sought to maintain the status quo and consolidate the power of the Church as his greatest ally. And that was his biggest mistake.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
That the end justifies the means, and the Church became quite rich thanks to Charles. Monasteries and bishops have acquired huge estates, and the nobility and the burghers are green with envy. Mark my words, this will not end well. There will soon be another war.
It's not like the current one is over.
Compared to what is coming, this is a mere shoving match. Believe me, when the Church gets involved, the struggle for the very soul of every man will begin.
Oh, okay. What's your task here?
And what is your task here? I presume it's to write a book about the city.
Actually, that's correct. About this town, about the people who live here, and especially about mining. But I'm not interested in the extraction methods, but rather in the legal framework of the entire matter, if you understand me.
Perhaps.
In short, I'm perceptive to the legal standards, regulations, and laws. I would like to write a book about it all.
Something like a mining legal code?
Yes and no. The legal code as such has long existed. I'm aiming more at its reform. I would like to complete the work entrusted to me by the councillors of the mining city of Yichlava. If I succeed, I will have created an entirely unique codex.
If you succeed? You don't know for sure?
Nothing is ever certain. but I firmly believe I shall. After all, I have God's eye looking over me, and this town surrounding me. It truly helps me to walk through the streets of my youth. Farewell, my friend.
Cool. I was gonna say, the codex entry definitely made it sound like, and the way he was talking made it sound like this was a real person, and it was. Well, there you go. Right, can I just walk in? No, that's not a real door. Well, that would definitely stop me walking in. But this side. I mean, she is meant to be barred off from all men, but how am I going to get in there?
At your service.
Wait in her house until she comes back? It's distinctly a possibility that that might be what I do, but I'd rather not, because then I'll be stuck in her house until the next day. Where does this go? So if I look over the edge here, it goes down there, so it's obviously not the way in. Also, I'm trying to see whether there's a way into this church here. I can't see one. Alright, so we'll head the other way around this and see whether there's a way in from the other side. Right, all the way along the wall.
God be with you.
May God
All the way along here. Back to the guy who's got the codex entry. Looking at this side. Ooh, maybe this is it. There's a door. Am I allowed in? Yes. Ah, he's a guard, I see. Hello.
Guten Tag. Was brauchst du?
I'd like to go into the gardens.
I'd like to go into the gardens. Why are you on guard here?
I'm afraid my sister is resting in the gardens and doesn't wish to be disturbed.
I'm a town official and try and win his favor. Do these gardens belong to you, or want to talk to your sister? Let's try and win his favor.
That's a very fine sword you have, Goodman.
And so it should be. It was made by my father, a master swordsmith.
Well, you can tell it's perfectly balanced at first glance. I may not be able to see the blade, but the way the hilt is fitted is clearly the work of a master craftsman.
It seems you know your stuff, good man.
I'm an apprentice swordsmith.
For someone from Kuttenberg? I'm surprised I haven't seen you before.
No, my master is Martin Menschy from Prague. We're just traveling north. My master wants to deliver a piece in person.
You don't say. Master Menschy is in Kuttenberg? Do you think I could talk to him? I admire his work, and so does my father.
Of course. Come to the Hangman's Halter Tavern. My master will be pleased to have company.
Thanks. If you want to enter the gardens, go ahead. Just keep away from my sister. My father has forbidden her to speak to men.
Don't worry. I'll give you my word as a swordsmith.
Auf Wiedersehen, mein Freund.
Oh, alright, well that went pretty well. Yeah, I think previously I thought that they'd said he was a sword master, and I thought it was the same person who was here, as in like the same one from the other quest, but no, a master swordsmith makes so much more sense. It's a different person. Alright, well he's far enough away, let's talk to his sister. Hello.
Are you Miss Adletta?
That's me. And what is your name, you handsome fellow?
Henry.
A nice name. But I have to warn you, I won't be a miss for much longer. Seeing you here makes me regret that a little, though.
The pleasure's all mine. I'm here on behalf of Caspar Rudolph. It's about the book he lent you.
Caspar? Oh, the poor thing got a proper hiding from my father. How is he?
His business is in trouble.
His vineyards aren't bringing in much, and he's generally not doing too well. That's why I'm here, in fact. Bushek's book may not be the most precious manuscript in the world, but it'll help Caspar.
When we were friends, he gifted me that book. There was no mention of it being on loan, and now he wants it back all of a sudden?
Are you even interested in books on wine? We could become friends as well. Caspar needs the book. I can buy it from you. If you won't give me the book, I'll be off. Let's say, are you even interested in books on wine?
No offense, miss, but are you even interested in a treatise on wine?
Of course not. But Casper kept going on about it, and I wanted to make him happy. Since I've been locked up here, I've even tried to read it out of sheer boredom, so that I don't have to embroider all the time.
I can recommend some other books.
If you like reading, I can recommend some books you might enjoy more.
Oh, do tell. I like to broaden my horizons, although I doubt the books will be easy to find.
How about The Story of the Heart by Conrad of Würzburg?
What's it about?
Now, if I tell you, I'll ruin the surprise for you. But in short, it's about a love triangle, and one of the characters eats a human heart. I think you'll like it. In the work, Conrad espouses the beauty of true love over the false love of an arranged marriage.
It's like you can read my mind. I've read that tedious wine book anyway, so you can take it.
Thank you, miss.
Farewell, Henry. Never forget me.
Wouldn't dream of it. Right. Now we're here, we can explore the gardens. Not that there's likely to be too much in the gardens, but maybe it'll be a nice place to read. Find a nice spot in the shade. Read our book. So, it is Sir Boschek's Winter Wisdom. A collection of interesting facts about wine, winemakers, and wine culture in general from the most famous wine connoisseur of the Bohemian land, Boschek of Vielhartis, who is known taught Emperor Charles that even Bohemian wine can be drunk if given enough time. Who as is known. As is an odd phrasing. Anyway, let's read it. Okay, so you know how I said I wanted to find somewhere nice in the shade? Might be great for reading. I'm going to read the book properly. I need to find somewhere in the light to read, so I can actually see what it says. Right. Don't give me that look, Mutt. I'm going to read my book. Right. Ah, that's much better. On the importance of wine in Galen's theory of humours. Many of us are certainly familiar with Galen's theory of the four humours, or four bodily fluids. According to this ancient theory, the balance of the four bodily fluids, blood, mucus, bile, and black bile, affect our body and health. Even a small imbalance can affect our physical and mental health. Classical medical science addresses the imbalance of these fluids and ways to bring the humours back into equilibrium. But beyond that, doctors are also looking at the effect of a personal diet on these fluids. It can certainly be understood that apart from solid food, the fluids that we take in affect the balance in the first place. Water, as is well known, is the only neutral fluid. But we will deal with wine. Red and full-bodied wines are associated with blood, Greek, hama. Thus, red wines are warm and full of life. On the other hand, white wines are associated by most ancient physicians with mucus, Greek, phlegma, and by some with black bile, Greek, melania tloe, which are cold and dead fluids. Balance needs to be maintained, especially in relation to age. In fact, our bodies are very rarely in balance. Young people have an excess of blood in them and should therefore drink white wine. This will enable them to calm down and will not succumb to useful passions. Old people, on the other hand, have more mucus and are cold, so they should drink red wine, which will give them vigor. In addition to age, the composition of the diet, and especially the pairing of wine with particular dishes, should be taken into account. Here again, there should be a balance between the liquids, wine, and solid food components. Determining which liquid predominates in the dishes is a rather more complicated problem. It is generally thought that anything that has been circulated by real blood can be associated with the blood of Galen, even if the food contains no blood. It is therefore good to drink white wine with all meat, game, sausages, or offal, although many gourmets are convinced otherwise. The exceptions are aquatic animals such as freshwater and maritime fish, crabs, crayfish, mussels, and other aquatic creatures. These are cold by definition. The situation is quite the opposite for plant foods such as vegetables, fruit, baked goods, various porridges, and pulses. These are cold fruits, and even then, only if we associate their growth with heat, melons for example. We therefore drink red wine with these fruits. About rare and exclusive wines. As we know, wine can take on a wide range of qualities, from almost tasteless and bitter wines, which are the most suitable for cleaning metal objects or pickling vegetables, to rare, exclusive and even rarer wines. We do not need to mention the wines from the first group, as the reader is surely aware of a number of wine bars where they can torture their throats with poor tasting wine. But of the wines of the second group, the reader would certainly like to know more. As the saying goes, different region, different manners, and this of course is true of the more highly regarded wines. In the whole Italian peninsula, there is no more famous and valuable wine than Vinsanto. This is a wine, or a style of wine, that is made from the Malvasia or Trebbiano grape. It is a so-called straw wine. The harvested grapes are dried on straw under a well-ventilated roof. The result of this process is a very sweet wine, which a certain parish priest in Tuscany is said to have used to perform miraculous cures on people infected with the plague. In France, which is considered by many to be the land of winemakers, there is no more famous vineyard than the Pope's near Avignon. This French city is known to the readers for its canonical machinations with the papacy, but the vineyard here was established under Pope Clement V, long before the schism to which the Christian community is subjected today. Thus, it may be said that any vin du pape, or papal wine, is highly prized, particularly the Burgundian style wine, which has the longest tradition in the vineyard. In the nearby Germanic countries, one of the most valuable wines comes from the vineyard at Embark Abbey, which can astonish one with its gargantuan size. Many say it is the largest vineyard in the world. One might say that large quantities and high quality do not go together, but the opposite is true. The Cistercian monks of Eberbach are known for their strict adherence to procedures, and their wines are among the best that the German lands have to offer. About flavoured and spiced wines. Some say that a true connoisseur will enjoy a wine that is virgin, not flavoured or spiced. It should be added that this is what the connoisseurs themselves claim, so they can proudly exalt themselves above the common people who are forced to drink watered-down, flavoured or spiced wines. However, this idea stems from the ingrained habit of using flavours and spices to mask the taste of wine that is spoiled, vinegary, or otherwise bad tasting. The truth is, however, that if the adulterants are added to a good wine, the resulting drink will be enjoyed even by a wine connoisseur with a tongue accustomed to refined flavours. Such a spiced wine is called Hippocras, after the Greek physician Hippocrates, because he is credited with the invention of the sieve, by which coarse impurities can be removed from the liquids. This is a necessary process in the case of Hippocras, since many hard, spicy fruits are broken down into small impurities by maceration in wine. As I have written before, each region has its own manners, and the same is true of the ingredients that are put into Hippocras. In Bohemia, the most common are various aromatic spices like cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and of course honey to add sweetness. Spices that are pungent, such as pepper, or bitter, such as cumin or aniseed, are never added. In Bohemia, Hippocras is called Hippocras only for spiced white wine drinks, while the same drink made from red wine is called claret, which may confuse foreigners, because claret is also a wine style from the Bordeaux region. I was gonna say that didn't make sense to me. It confused me, but now I understand. Good day. It's now time to leave. We read a whole book on wine. It was kind of interesting, actually. But, I don't really know how that's going to help us. I mean, I guess it's going to make us seem like we know something about wine, but... yeah, I don't know. Is that back over here? You know, we have to go speak to that innkeeper over there. Could make our way back around this way. We have already walked this way, though, which probably means we've explored most of this. Yeah, let's go to the other side of the city. And we're off. Can I use my horse here? I can. Ah, there's our horse. Getting all fancy in its new armor.
Easy, good horse.
We're not allowed to go too fast in the town. That makes sense. Let's go along here. Right. And then straight through the center of town. Right. Hopefully people avoid our horse. I discovered a tailor there. Which is very funny given how long we spent looking for a tailor and it was right next to us. I just needed to go slightly off path. Yeah, I don't think we've discovered everything the town has to offer, but I think we discovered enough that we can... no, we've got enough to be getting on with, let's put it that way. We'll probably discover more as time goes on.
We've got enough for everyone.
Right. Oh, another grocer we've discovered there. Around here. And around this way. This is very unhappy at what I just did there. Right. Well, I head along here. I've discovered a drink stand.
Whoa.
This is where I need to go? Yes. Alright. Let's dismount. Who are you? Just a noble. Ah. Leave our horse under there. Oh yeah, you're a miner? You popped up as someone I could speak to at one point. I don't see how I would interact with you. Yeah, it says that this is a miner, but again, doesn't really show how I'd interact with them. There's also apparently a quest on the upper floor here. Let's head upstairs and see. Right, who is up here? Can I go in here? Ah, it's the scribe. Hello. Oh, we were told to come to him for a reason. I've forgotten.
Good day to you. What brings you here?
I hear you have some work for me. Oh yeah, he wants a blacksmith.
Are you in charge of the construction of St. Barbara's? I hear you sent for a blacksmith. Well, here I am. My name is Henry.
Johann Parler is my name, from the Parler Building Works. I think that name should ring some bells.
I'm truly pleased to meet you, sir. So, what do you need? Nails? Carpenter's axes?
Close, but not quite. I need something, let's say, a bit more delicate.
What does that mean?
More delicate, you say? And what exactly does that mean?
Oh, there's nothing to fear. Everything will be quite above board. If we are careful. You've never heard of my father, Peter?
I can't say as I have.
He had a divine gift, but he didn't get the chance to see all of his wonderful buildings completed. That task fell upon my shoulders.
I'm interested. Tell me more.
Well, it must be a great honor to continue with such a great work of architecture.
Honor? A great responsibility is what it is. Imagine I make a bad decision or make a mistake in the calculations. And this building, which my father oversaw for so many years, suddenly comes tumbling down. And that's why I called for you. Construction work is going slower than I'd hoped. Nevertheless, I'm still thinking ahead. Therefore, I'd like to conceal a protective talisman among the roof beams of the cathedral.
And why is that a problem?
Talismans don't grow on trees. I know of 3 here in town, but they're not for sale.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
The first is the horseshoe hanging above the door of the tailors at the horse market. They say he once got lost in a snowstorm, and St. Martin himself found him and brought him by horse to the town. He gave him a horseshoe as a reminder.
That's amazing.
My word. That tailor was damn lucky.
Don't speak, just listen. The next talisman is a commemorative coin set into the cellar wall above the tavern across from the town hall. And the third is a nail somewhere in the beams of the potter's house in the Czech Quarter. They say he brought it from Sedlet Monastery years ago. I want you to get all 3, smelt them down, and forge an axe out of them that I can use to protect St. Barbara's. Putting a carpenter's axe in the truss work is an old tradition.
And no one will know it's made out of a horseshoe and a coin.
I'll do it.
All right, I'll do it. If the pay is good.
It'll be more than good, have no fear. But don't come to see me before it's done. The less we're seen together, the better. Till we meet again.
Damn, people here want me to steal a lot, huh? Huh. Anyway. I was just thinking how our Henry from the first game would handle it. Our Henry at that point would be having a very streamlined process in this game. It's like, you want me to steal something? You just go, no. That would be the end of that.
Something to eat, thanks.
Alright, there's Menhard. Alright. Let's go around the end here, or edge here. We don't need to speak to Menhard. Not right now, anyway. Or Arn. Ah, the innkeeper. Let's sit and chat. Hello, Havel. You must be Havel.
Havel, the owner of the local inn, I assume?
That I am. How can I help you?
When I asked where I should go in this city for good wine, your inn was recommended.
You've come to the right place. You won't find better wine in this city. Have you come from far away?
Very far, Goodman. I'm Henry, and I rarely hear my name spoken in my native tongue.
Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
Don't mind me asking, where have you come from? It's not customary to be armed in my inn. We have come from France.
I travelled around France.
Wonderful. It's not often I get the chance to talk to someone so well-traveled. It'd be nice to have someone to discuss the drink of kings with.
Let's do it.
An invitation I can't refuse. Thank you.
Well, good man, how shall we begin our tasting? Ah, I know. How about a little white to begin with?
Excellent.
So, what do you say to that?
I will try to say something about wine.
Hints of vanilla. That's uncommon. And I have to say, that greenish spring colour is perfect.
You're right. A rare flavor and color tone. It's essentially a lighter wine. I like it because it's suitable for many occasions. When I don't know what to serve, I pull out a Moravian white. My father-in-law loves it. He'll be a blessed 70 years old this year, so I'm giving him a few casks to make his old age a little merrier.
That's not a suitable gift, or that is a very fine gift. Let's try and say it's not a suitable gift.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. According to Galen, it's not right to give the sick and elderly cold wine. They themselves are cold, so it's better to balance it out with a warm wine.
Oh yeah.
Strong and sweet red, that ripened on a sunny southern hillside.
I see you're an expert in medicine as well as wine, Goodman. Galen, you say?
Yes. Galen and other scholars share similar opinions.
Anyway, let's have a cup of something else.
My thoughts exactly.
What shall we... Ah, I know. Let's have some red. How about a young Blaufränkisch from Austria? Or as we call it in Bohemia, Blue Frankovka.
From you, Goodman, anything. Pour away.
Quite a decent vintage.
Henry, say something smart about the wine.
A bit bitter for my taste. But you said it's a young Blaufränkisch. I'm getting notes of black currant, The colour is dark, almost purple, but as it should be.
Yes, the colour enchants me every time. Almost like drinking from an inkwell.
Oh, never drunk ink. Would you recommend it?
My grandfather used to say, you won't know till you've tried it. He lived and died by that saying.
Uh-huh. What happened to him?
Well, the poor fella suffered from ulcers. So one day, true to his favorite saying, he tried drinking spirits to cure himself. Burn the canker, he said. Well, he burnt it so thoroughly, he was dead in a week. God rest his soul.
To your grandfather, and his contribution to advancing the knowledge of medicine.
You alright?
If you've traveled so widely, tell me, in France, what wine do they appreciate the most? And I don't mean what wealthy nobility think, but what true connoisseurs like you and me appreciate.
Well, that's got to be Avignon.
The best is the papal vineyard in Avignon. Pope Clement V knew why he moved half of Rome to Avignon. He was a great wine lover. The style is similar to Burgundy, but a lot more refined and complex, while Burgundy is mainly drunk by...
By who?
Well, the English. They have no taste.
Well then, let's move on to the next one. After all that quality stuff, let's refresh ourselves with something simpler. Would you like a Hippocras?
Certainly. The better ones will go straight to our heads, and I'll admit, I do like it from time to time.
Nothing to be ashamed of. It's not easy to make a good Hippocras. Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
Well, Henry, what do you think it is?
Very nice. I'd say it's... mint?
Precisely. It gives a nice freshness, wouldn't you say? And there's a garden full of it right behind the tavern. I don't know where to put it all.
But it's missing some kick. I reckon your cook forgot to add something.
Every single time we cut to the other guy, he's just looking more and more and more drunk. Missing pepper, ginger, anise. So it said they wouldn't add anise. It's missing pepper?
Could it be pepper?
Pepper in a Hippocras?
It's ginger.
No way. I know. Ginger, of course. She told me there wasn't any at the market. After that Hippocras, we should have something more high class. I've got a rare Hungarian wine from Eger. Very strong and very sweet.
Bring it on. This is no time for weak wine.
My thoughts exactly.
Oh, he is very drunk now.
So what do you think? Good, isn't it?
Oh, it's going to be difficult on this one. Let's bluff our way through it.
Very good and very...
Ooh.
red. Besides that, it has a sort of raised taste at the end of the tongue.
Raised taste? What do you mean?
It's hard to explain, but it really is very red.
As anyone can see at first glance. What will you tell me next? That the sky is blue?
And isn't it?
I drank this particular wine from Eger at a banquet held to celebrate the new city council. Hungarian government, Hungarian wine, and Hungarian delicacies. I was so looking forward to enjoying some nice Hungarian sausages or pate, but I ended up leaving disappointed.
How so?
They started bringing out melons, apples, plums, and all sorts of other fruit. And finally, they served fish. I don't eat fish, and fruit makes me burp. So I went hungry at a feast.
So, oh no, so this is red. Red, you would have with fish, because you would have white with the other food because it's bloody.
I'm sorry you're disappointed, but I think they chose the food well.
Really?
Once again, I have to refer to Galen and his wisdom. Fish and fruit are foods with a cold essence. For that reason, they should all be balanced out with a warm wine, which this exquisite Hungarian surely is, because it's sweet and strong.
Very well. The fish, I can understand. It lives in the water. But fruit ripens in the sun. Why is it considered cold?
Well, it's not so much about the sun. According to Galen, fruit is cold by nature, because blood has never flowed through it.
Thanks for the explanation. I've heard these rules before, but nobody explained them as well as you just did. Oh, forget Galen. I'd still rather have a nice duck patty with my red.
But of course, the main thing is what suits your palate, Goodman.
Well, that's Hungary checked off the list. What's next?
How about something local? I noticed there were vineyards in Kuttenberg.
But of course, we have vineyards and grapes from Burgundy that Emperor Charles himself had brought in. The local vintners grow some fine grapes, but they're still learning everything that comes after that. The local stuff gets diluted a lot. They flavor it with all sorts of shit, or leave it for vinegar.
Don't tell me you don't have a drop of anything local that would be worth trying.
Well, there's the monastery secret. A wine from the Sedlets monastery. My cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard.
Ah. Why is it called secret?
Taste it, and you'll see.
Ooh. Let's try saying something about it. It's only a medium check. We might be okay.
Interesting. There's no trace of any flavor that shouldn't be there. Neither honey nor spices. Just the pure taste of wine. But there is something to it. Something I don't recognize.
That's it, good man.
Is that the secret?
Exactly. The monks add a secret ingredient to the wine.
A secret ingredient? How do you know that?
Like I said, my cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard, and I handle their supply. Sometimes I bring food for the workers, new barrels, tools and the like. And from time to time, I bring them a sealed crate which smells peculiar. Jerome didn't want to tell me what's in it, but when I insisted, he told me it's some kind of incense they burn in the barrels.
Really? I've never heard of such a thing.
Neither have I. But like I said, the chest was sealed and the whole thing is shrouded in secrecy.
A real monastery secret. What should we drink next?
I'm glad you like my wine. But that's enough tasting for today. After all, I've offered you everything worth trying, and now the wine is starting to go to my head. But you're welcome to stay in my tavern as long as you like. I have to say, I really enjoyed our chat. It's rare to meet someone who really understands wine.
I enjoyed your company a lot too. Nevertheless, I won't keep you, Goodman, and I'll bid you farewell.
Farewell, and if you decide to extend your stay in Kuttenberg, stop by for a drink again.
Definitely. God be with you.
Cool. Well, he didn't find out what was in the barrel, but he didn't know. But we know it was some sort of incense that they, they apparently put into the barrel that must have flavored it. Makes a level of sense. Now we just need to figure out what that is, which I'm sure will be my next task. I'm looking for a way to go left here at some point, but maybe we went the wrong path. Oh well, it's okay. We'll get there in the end. Maybe. Although it appears to be exclusively wall all the way around. And back in this way. There we go. And over here, we have the guy. Hello.
Is my... God bless you, sir.
The monastery secret.
I spoke to Havel.
And? How did it go?
Good. I had to drink a bit of wine to get some answers out of him, but I sacrificed myself for the cause.
And what did he say?
It took a while, but in the end, he told me sometimes crates of a special incense are brought to the vineyard, and they apparently burn it in the barrels.
What? Incense? And he wasn't just yanking your pizzle or too drunk?
He may have been drunk, but he was telling the truth. He doesn't know what incense it is, just that they get it delivered.
Right, and here's a small reward so you don't go around saying old Casper's ungrateful. But now I need you to look into it further. We need to find out what this special incense is for. We'll have to take a look in the vineyard and take some of that incense.
We, meaning me, right?
Of course I mean you. See how well we understand each other?
Give me more money.
I'll do it, but I want more coin. It's a risky thing to do. What's more, it's the monastery's vineyard, and I don't want to end up on the wrong side of the church.
All right. I'll give you more, but I want you to know you're bleeding me dry as is.
I'm the one likely to actually bleed. Now tell me where to look. The vineyard is pretty big.
It's big, true. But there's a vineyard house right in the middle. The custodian lives there, as well as the workers. And it's also where all the supplies are stored. Besides, there's also a side garden where they grow new varieties of grapes. If you could manage to bring me a few seedlings, they could greatly help my own vineyard.
Where is it?
Where exactly is the vineyard?
A short way to the north of town. It's pretty large, you can't miss it.
How do I get into the vineyard?
How do I get in? Isn't it guarded?
The simplest thing would be to get hired as a laborer. There'll be lots of work there now that it's summer.
What if they catch me?
What if they catch me?
You have to be careful. The vineyard is closely guarded, especially at night, and thieves are punished very severely. Don't get caught.
I'm on it.
I'm on it then.
Good luck, and take care, Henry. By the way, what about the business with the Manlikas? Did you manage to get hold of the book by Bouchek?
Yeah, here you go.
Yes, Miss Adletter is sweet. And she even gave me back your book. Here it is.
Ah, thanks very much. I'll try to sell it and pay off at least some of my debts. Farewell, good sir.
Aha! We gotta get the seedlings, find the monastery secret, and get hired as a labourer in order to do so. So that's up there. Oh, wow. Yeah, so lots to do there. Also got more quest tipsters apparently that have activated throughout the city. Need to speak to at some point, and more quests outside the city, and wow, there's a lot to do. And this is only in Kuttenberg. We completely ignored into everything outside. Yeah, cool. Anyway, I'm gonna go and lean myself against this wall and end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.